So I recently stumbled upon this channel that goes by the name Minecraft Alpha Archive Videos and shows some creepy footage, entities, and sometimes even correlates to real life. Hi, my name is Michael. I was 12 when these videos were filmed. I found my old HDD and there were these videos from around 2010 to 2013. I'll be posting them here. This is the first video of the channel, and of course we already find an anomaly because I don't think mobs could jump in this version, but maybe I'm wrong, but we can only move forward from it. I tried putting the audio into a spectrogram, but I couldn't get anything from it, so we'll have to move on to the next. From this footage, I can see that Michael has moved on a lot because he has changed his version to version 1.2.3 underscore O2, where before it was 1.2.0 underscore O2. So, yeah, he also now has a base. I couldn't get much from that video, but let's move on to the next video, which is. Bro, what the fuck? We can hear footsteps of some entity moving that we do not know. I tried putting the audio into a spectrogram, but I couldn't get any. Suddenly, the footage cuts to black and the player is at half a heart. Something I haven't mentioned yet is that in the description of these videos, sometimes there's a date. Now, let's move to the next. Something enters the house after the player closes the door and goes inside. Perhaps it's the entity or something else entirely. Perhaps it's a creature that decided to haunt him forever. Nothing unusual happens in the footage, but then we see this. But then the footage cuts to black and we see water floating without any blocks to support it. In the description of this video, I see a date, but I couldn't get much from it. Now let's move on to the next video, which might be the creepiest one yet. And the video is titled Building a House at Night. If you guys are confused, the song being played is slightly bewildered by the character. The song explores the themes of memory loss and the mind's struggle to recall past events. The thing off of the video is that we don't see the version that the player is playing on, and because these are Minecraft Alpha videos mostly, except there's like one beta one, we should see the version that he is playing on. But then out of the blue, this happens. After this, we see this door, which actually becomes very important in the ARG later on. The player is confused by what the door is for, but then the video cuts to black and it goes inside of it. This video actually gives the biggest piece of information yet, is that there is another entity in this world with him. And perhaps because the song slightly bewildered by the caretaker is played, perhaps the player had some accident and now suffers from dementia or something else. But to learn more, we will have to move on to the next video. This video is titled as For some reason the creator blacked out the version that he's playing on. I don't know why. The entity or entities tell the player to leave, but the player doesn't, which might be his biggest mistake yet. The player eventually decides to leave, but then we find some code. Now I tried to decode this code, but I couldn't get anything, so maybe if you guys can, then do. Next video it is, I guess. Wow, okay, so this is a lot to decode. I have no clue how I'm going to do it because I'm probably not going to. That video literally explained nothing. It's like a baby piglet. I got nothing from that. Nothing! Well, I guess we're moving on to the next. The entity has broken all the paintings in the house. Also, this is cut. I cut some of the footage. So that is why the paintings broke, you know. Because there were paintings there before, okay? When the player opens his inventory, he doesn't have any skin. Which is kind of weird, but with the amount of anomalies that are already there, it's normal by now. As soon as the footage cuts to black, the player loses all of the things in his inventory. It seems like the entity or whatever it is, I have no clue. We can hear some footsteps moving behind the player, and while the sugarcane gets destroyed, the entity is moving for whatever it wants to do next. The entity is following the player because we heard the door open again. So maybe the entity is following the player currently. It seems like the player is in some form of trance. But then suddenly it turns to night. The rose might refer as a barrier from an earlier coin that someone made about a player or person named Kevin that might be Michael's friend, and that person might have died. Next video. It seems like the player has made a new world to escape from the entity. And the player has changed his words into Minecraft data 1.4_01. We see a crafting table that the player did not place. The player then stumbles upon a base that might be his or someone else's or the entity's. There was a white skin in the video, but not much else, so I just... Next video now, I guess, or something. It's like the 50th one. The song shouldn't play because the player didn't put a music disc or whatever in it, but we also see some ether portals that shouldn't be here, but I but then suddenly, right near the end, we see some figure. In the description of the video, we can see that Kevin was his internet friend. Other than that, next video, I guess. I couldn't get anything from this video really, so next one. Pause. The player has a black skin instead of his usual Steve skin. Something might have happened. That abomination to my ears has finally ended, so now we can cover this. So the entity seems to have found him. Other than that, I really can't make much off of it. So I guess we have to move to the next video and then I'm gonna re-summarize or something, see if I can find something else. And in a second, I think I'll get a code or something like that, or see the entity or another entity, or maybe even more than one entity. Tried to decipher the code, but I couldn't get any video link or anything. I think we'll just have to move on to the next one. This door portal thing seems to connect with different worlds that the player has made before. As for this one, this looks like the one in the first video. And this one seems like the one in the third video. All of these worlds seem to resemble a world in a different video that we have seen before. Except this one, it seems. This this world seems like a log of all the dates of worlds that are in the description of the videos. After zooming in, I can make out the name to be somewhat around Kevin. So, next video it is, I guess. Next video, I guess. Okay, here's my theory. Michael was in Kevin's mother's car. Michael was in the back and met Kevin and started to talk to Kevin. While Kevin's mother was driving to her house, Michael was chatting a bit too loud, and as the mom was driving, she collided with another car, and the mother and Kevin died while Michael survived with brain damage, so he forgets stuff now. Kevin and his mother haunt him in these worlds, or Michael's guilt is too much and hallucinates things in Minecraft. So, next video it is. Perhaps the accident was on 12/10/04. And then this happens.
He did it. You need to run. Get out of here as fast as you can. Go now. Ow, 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 ow.
After Ear Destroyer lost its batteries, we see Michael in his first world going up to the ground after whatever sound he heard before. Time for the last video. So I've done all I could for this ARG. I've debunked everything, I think. Maybe a few codes I went wrong with them, but I think I got everything.